In today's breaking story, a judge just dropped a bomb on Donald Trump as he exits his Pentagon speech. That's right, every day is a day full of terrible surprises for Donald Trump. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avalone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, there are countless reasons why judges and even just regular citizens are standing up to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a complete idiot, and now he's inching the government closer and closer to a shutdown. Thankfully, Trump has already made it clear whose fault that is.
You know, the interesting thing is in 25 years and 50 years and 100 years from now, when the government is, when they talk about the government shutdown, they're going to be talking about the President of the United States. Who was the president at that time? Mm-hmm. They're not going to be talking who the head of the House was, the head of the Senate, who's running things in Washington. They're going to be talking about during the Obama administration. Sure. It was a disaster. So guys like Boehner, who is in there working hard, and he's got one of the truly hard jobs of the world, they're not going to be really discussing him. They're going to be discussing one person. So I really think the pressure is on the president, personally, in terms of his own history.
Still, Trump is trying to host this Pentagon event, which is just totally embarrassing and has received nothing but criticism.
And lastly, Senator, is there anything in place that would prevent the president from going about using certain cities in the United States as a training ground for the military, as he described it earlier today?
Well, look, the president's an idiot. He doesn't actually understand how the military works. The first thing it's going to be is that most U.S. citizens will stand against that in civil protests. And you'll have many of us joining them in that if they try to do such a thing. Number two, the oath that our members of the military take, they will not be firing upon their own men and women, their own neighbors. Only, again, an idiot like Donald Trump would believe that such a thing. And thirdly, we'll do everything within our constitutional power to make sure we hold anybody accountable should they ever do something of that nature. And whether it's now or when this president is gone, anybody that engages in that type of action against our civilian military will be held accountable one way or the other. I think most and all of the people I've ever served with understand their oath to the Constitution. It's not to this president. And when that moment comes, they're going to live to that Constitution.
And now a judge just dropped a bomb on Trump as he exits his Pentagon speech. That's right, take a look at today's top story. A federal judge just dropped a legal bomb on Trump's administration, and in doing so exposed how far his team has gone to intimidate critics and silence dissent. In a blistering 161-page ruling, U.S. District Judge William Young ruled that Trump officials, including Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, misused the sweeping powers of their offices to target students for deportation based on their political speech. Judge Young said the goal was clear: to strike fear, chill free expression, and deny First Amendment rights. Young opened his ruling by revealing a chilling threat sent directly to his chambers: Trump has pardons and tanks. What do you have? His response was equally powerful: alone, I have nothing but my sense of duty. Together, we the people of the United States, you and me, have our magnificent Constitution. The judge made it plain this was not about national security. It was about punishing speech. He wrote that the administration's actions were meant to proactively and effectively silence lawful political expression, and that the intimidation still chills free speech today. He went further, pointing directly at the Trump brand of politics, noting that the president ignores the Constitution, civil laws, customs, courtesies, all of it, while bulldozing ahead with a fixation on retribution. Judge Young warned that law firms, universities, and even media outlets are already cowering under pressure, fearful of crossing Trump. But the ruling makes clear that the judiciary is pushing back. Monetary damages, Young said, will not repair the damage because the harm runs far deeper. The decision highlights a stark warning. The Trump administration is not just exercising power, it is using it to make Americans afraid to speak at all. Judge Young closed by questioning whether the American people will defend their freedoms or whether Trump is right in believing division will keep them silent. This ruling is more than a legal defeat for the administration. It is a full-scale rebuke of the intimidation tactics being used to crack down on free speech in America. Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.